Submodalities are the sub-qualities to the five modalities, and the five modalities are basically the five senses. What we see, hear, touch, feel, taste, and smell. Submodalities are the qualities of those things. So if I'm seeing a big bright image in my mind, brightness is a submodality. Big would be a submodality as well. If I'm hearing an internal voice, like a critical voice, and it's loud, loudness or volume is a submodality. If I feel a touch, and that touch is soft or hard, softness or hardness are the submodalities. We also have the evaluative feelings, the sort of feelings we feel inside that are usually in our chest or in our stomach. And I can say, if I'm feeling nervous, it might feel like there's butterflies in my stomach. Well, I could go into a little more detail about what those butterflies feel like, and that's really the submodalities of that feeling. We also have warm and cool evaluative feelings, and hot feelings, and heavy feelings, and light feelings as well. Those are all would be considered submodalities. So which submodality is most of the time the most powerful? Well, one is the one that's probably the most powerful, and not always, but in most cases, is going to be location. And why is location such a powerful submodality is because it is also considered what we call a common sensible, or what Aristotle called a common sensible. You're going to find that location is present in every single modality. It doesn't matter if it's something you hear, taste, touch, smell, feel, see. Location will be a part of that, will be a submodality of that. For instance, if I can see a picture of a person that I trust, and maybe I see that person, an image of that person right there, and then I think of someone I don't trust, and I see that person's image right there. The location is a very big part of this. It's a very important part of this, how I separate and organize people I trust and people I don't trust. And if I were trying to move that person I don't trust into the same spot as the person I do trust, I'm going to have a hard time doing that. And if I could do that, what an interesting thing will happen is I'll start to make up reasons why I could or should trust that person, which is not something I want to do, and not something you should do. If you're playing around with this, make sure you put the pictures back in their proper place, because you don't want to start trusting someone you shouldn't. And that's just an example. When you think of location of sound, if you hear voices, and most often we all have a critical voice, notice where that's coming from, what direction that's coming from. Mine tends to come over my right shoulder, and what you can do is you can play with that, and you can move it to the other side, and you can move it up, you can move it down, and notice what happens to that critical voice when you move it to a different location. You can do this with images of food. You can even do this with taste. Where on your tongue exactly do you taste the food? When you smell something, what direction does the smell seem to be coming from, or what parts does it seem to affect you? Playing around with this will help you understand how powerful this can be, and this can be an extremely powerful understanding to bring into your NLP practice, and to bring into any of the processes that you're practicing with or using that involve submodalities.